I wish, sirs, to learn from you what is the force of the name Israel. And as they were silent, I, Justin, continued, I shall tell you what I know. For I do not think it right, when I know, not to speak, or suspecting that you do know, and yet from envy or from voluntary ignorance deceive yourselves, to be continually solicitous. But I speak all things simply and candidly, as my Lord said, a sower went forth to sow the seed, and some fell by the wayside, and some among thorns, and some on stony ground, and some on good ground. I must speak then in the hope of finding good ground somewhere, since that Lord of mine, as one strong and powerful, comes to demand back his own from all, and will not condemn his steward if he recognizes that he, by the knowledge that the Lord is powerful and has come to demand his own, has given it to every bank, and has not dug for any cause whatsoever. Accordingly, the name Israel signifies this, a man who overcomes power. For Isra is a man overcoming, and El is power. And that Christ would act so when he became man was foretold by the mystery of Jacob's wrestling with him who appeared to him, in that he ministered to the will of the Father, yet nevertheless is God, in that he is the first begotten of all creatures. For when he became man, as I previously remarked, the devil came to him. In other words, that power which is called the serpent, and Satan, tempting him and striving to effect his downfall by asking him to worship him. But he destroyed and overthrew the devil, having proved him to be wicked, in that he asked to be worshipped as God, contrary to the Scripture, who is an apostate from the will of God. For he answers him, it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Then overcome and convicted, the devil departed at that time. But since our Christ was to be numbed, in other words, by pain and experience of suffering, he made a previous intimation of this by touching Jacob's thigh and causing it to shrink. But Israel was his name from the beginning, to which he altered the name of the blessed Jacob, when he blessed him with his own name, proclaiming thereby that all who through him have fled for refuge to the Father constitute the blessed Israel. But you, having understood none of this, and not being prepared to understand, since you are the children of Jacob after the fleshly seed, expect that you shall be assuredly saved. But that you deceive yourselves in such matters, I have proved by many words.